is Art Simone, and on this week's episode of Kick-Ons, we have extra special guest star, Space Horse.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so excited to be here with the human Muppet herself, direct from Fraggle Rock. How are you?
I'm feeling fruity. I'm feeling fun. I love what you've done with the place. Can't move my head much. I've got about this much range of movement.
Yeah, but that's just what Rupaul is like.
Yeah, well, his range of movement is this.
When was it last time you were at a Kick-Ons?
I went to uni in Wollongong,
I'm
and once
so sorry.
I know, a moment of
Do you wanna have
silence.
a little moment?
Let's have a moment, shall we?
We just did a show in Wollongong, and yeah, it happened.
It happened.
There was a great drag community there, though.
Yeah, and they were the only ones at the show, correct? Sorry, was that too mean?
No, they weren't.
You coming to Kick-Ons?
Oh, sorry, before we start, it's time for a quick disclaimer. The following short-form internet video is for entertainment purposes only. We'll be talking about one of Drag Race's most iconic and difficult challenges. Whether the Queen succeed or endure an epic crocodile-sized failure, it should not make you want to send death threats to anyone on the cast. If it does, maybe take a nice walk outside, smell some lavender, and take a medical-grade chill pill. Now on with the show. Speaking of naprogesic, I'm thirsty.
I'm so thirsty.
Yeah, I think we should bring in the TRADIE of the season, the official tro.
Oh my God, thank God.
No, I like to make it harder for you each and every week.
Oh Lord. Oh, thank you. May I keep her on my
that's
person?
Quite nice, actually.
Just gonna keep her.
Oh, was there any left?
No, it's mine.
I want to get one in me, and then we can
Ew.
cut and can pretend that we're just starting from what you just did.
Wait, ask for it again.
That's what I thought we were going to do. Yeah. Anyway. Yummy.
No, we could do it again.
Nummies. I can't.
No, we're going to get this right.
Cheers. Cheers to Kick-Ons.
Well, Space Horse, now, for the people that don't know you, which it's a shame
Is
if
most
they don't.
of them, yes.
No, tell us a bit about yourself.
I am an AFAB drag queen from Sydney. I've been working for about 6 years, which is insanity. And I am a regular on Oxford Street now, which is power to me, right?
Beautiful. So have you been enjoying Drag Race Down Under Season 2 so far?
I like the fact that you've got your Minnie Coopers who've been doing drag for, eternity since dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Yes.
And then we have the Aubrey Haves of the world who just picked up a makeup brush 4 seconds ago. And I really personally enjoy that because I feel like it gives conflict, tension, all those things that we really enjoy in a TV show, right?
Yeah, they really cast their net wide this season, and it's been really interesting to see how all the different styles and types and experiences of drag play together. And I think that's what's been making it a very enjoyable watch.
Definitely.
And speaking of enjoyable watch, this was a good episode.
This fucking episode. Wait, I can...
Yeah, you can swear, babe. Let it all out.
This episode was a roller coaster from... Forget, what is it, Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Yeah, no.
Mama.
Yeah,
Forget
no,
her.
no, she's
Forget
not
her. Drag Race, Season 2, Episode 4.
It's really good. We're going to go into it shortly, but everyone was saying last episode was the best episode of Drag Race. I think this one wipes it with the floor.
I think that this one, compared to the last one, I personally love shoddy drag. Like, I want to go to a bar and I want to see a tired queen who's been doing it for 400 years.
She's also just done 7 hens parties on her way to the gig.
With one lick of mascara. And she's like, you know what? I am going to make that $125. I am. This episode gave me that energy.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about drag.
It was so enjoyable.
Yes.
So let's get into it.
Please.
So at the top of the episode, we've just said goodbye to Pamara. She's just left. Beverly Kills beat her in the lip sync.
She did.
And it was a great lip sync. Pamara left a message on the mirror for everyone.
She did. It was
a bit of an
essay, perhaps?
Well,
PhD?
It was interesting to see that on her moment to say goodbye, she decided to put like a dig at Minnie in there.
It's like, why don't I make my message last and people remember it and create a bit of stir in the workroom?
Well, that's the other clever thing that was done.
I'm going to use this little
lipstick.
Stubby lipstick.
This little
and I'm going to
lipstick.
be like, you know what? Fuck you, Minnie. Love it. Love it.
It is also like quite iconic because it's the best way of having the final say.
Exactly.
You're just like,
if you write it in
bye.
lipstick, mama, who's going to argue?
Yeah.
Huh?
They're also realizing that Minnie has a bit of a kiss of death. Anyone that she tries to clear the air with goes home.
Bye-bye.
We had Aubrey. bye-bye. We
Bye-bye.
had Pamara, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So it's already a bit of tension. You know, Beverly's just won this lip sync, so she's ready to fight. But it's, you know, there's already this tension between Minnie and Beverly.
It's been bubbling, I think, since episode 1.
It's since the stapling of the costume, which I loved.
Come on, mama.
Iconic.
If you got to staple it, girl.
Staple it.
Look at this.
I know, staple it.
Would you believe me if this was stapled together?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
New day in the workroom. Queens walk in. Everyone's kind of in their feelings.
I think that has been a theme of the whole season. People walk in, they go, you know what we're going to talk about? The way I feel. But episode 4, and we've got like kind of the same conversation again for the fourth week in a row. Same like conversation formula, if that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe they should like have resolutions in a different way, like fencing.
Yes.
You know, maybe they should go in like dodgem cars. Rue appears for she already done had hers with one of the most straight. It just
No.
what? Let me preface this.
Please.
I loved what happened. But I don't know what the fuck happened.
RuPaul Charles.
It almost makes you feel like they filmed all the she already done had hers, but they made one that was a placeholder in case they like needed an
They
extra
were like,
one.
RuPaul, let's do a silly one. Yeah. Should we do a silly one? Let's do
a silly one.
Hey, Ru, let's do a little silly one. And then when they got to the editing suite, they were like, all the others were shit.
Yeah,
we have to go with the silly
and
one.
And be like, yeah.
And at the end, she's like,
you know it's coming,
girl.
Yeah.
You know what's coming.
Yeah, I told you.
We're going to do it.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it now.
And it's going to happen.
And if you're not ready for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What?
all the girls are gagged because you have to be gagged. You're like, ah! Like,
and
no.
People have always asked me, do you actually watch the video messages?
Do you?
You do. So it's like, it is.
Not in that quality though.
No. No, they're usually like not filtered. They haven't put it through all the filters and things, but you do get to see like the raw footage and
it's Rue out of drag. They just put all of that on.
Wait. Episode 1, they hadn't been able to film them all because Rue,
famously.
Yeah, so Rue hadn't been in drag yet, so she hadn't been able to film them. So just to at least give us like
a bit of something.
Yeah, it was Rue out of drag in a tracksuit with sunglasses on, reading the first.
That's what they all should be.
She already done had hers, and it was we were like the most excited drag queens in the world. We're like, oh, it's time for our video message, and then that pops up, and we're all like,
she's like gotten off a 12-hour flight from LA. She's like, she already done had hers.
But I cherish that. I play that back in my sweet memories because it's so beautiful. Rue walks in. G'day. Here we are.
Yeah.
Snatch game.
A moment's silence. Are you okay? Are you all right? Do we need to just take a minute for you? Hey. That must be really hard for you.
Yeah, it was. But also, I'm excited.
I'm excited too. It's so gay. I love the Snatch game.
I want to preface this because, yes, I went home on Snatch game, okay?
You did.
We happy? Great. So my opinion, invalid for all of my commentary on Snatch game. However, I'm still giving it to you.
Sorry, I disassociated.
You left your body.
I wasn't at this shit anymore.
Who am I?
I was at home in bed.
Oh, you can't.
Sorry.
You're doing puss and then you go. You have a little sip.
Sorry.
What I find interesting and enjoyable this time is Snatch Game, thankfully, has come later in the season.
Yeah.
So that gives us more time to see everyone's characters. We get a bit more chance to see who is actually really good at it. For us, there was like nine of
What episode did you do it?
2.
Oh.
So there was like nine people all fighting for a bit of camera.
Attention, because that's what you're doing, right? You're fighting for attention.
Chaos. I feel like we've had like 3 good ones. The latest All-Stars one was amazing. But outside of that, you know, in all 500 million seasons of Drag Race across the world, there's not many good ones.
Yes, but isn't the beauty of it that it kind of is shit? What are they going to do? They can't take it out now.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
We're too far in. We're too deep in the sauce.
I know, but I just hate
Snatch sauce.
I hate this idea that Snatch Game is what makes a good drag queen.
I would be so bad at Snatch Game.
And
I'm very good at drag. And it's also like, do a reference RuPaul understands, otherwise die. You know what I mean? Like your reference has to be 200 years old.
Yeah.
Otherwise, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Coming from the Zoomer in the room, I'm so sorry.
What's a Zoomer?
Like a little 14-year-old who sends you death threats online. That's me. Hi. Hi. It's lovely to meet you.
Are you just revealing?
Yeah, I'm I hate artsimone.com. Art Simone should have never come out of that plastic
Why
fucking...
did you come back? Why?
I can't believe she came back.com / fuck you. That's me.
Oh, well.
Lovely to meet you, by the way. Big fan. Big fan. Big fan. Too big.
So speaking of Snatch Game, we all know who I did. If you were on
we
Drag
do.
Race, who would you be?
The Hadron Collider. No one does concepts. What about Father Time? No one's done that. No. What do you mean? Father Time would be good. So much to work off. Numbers. If I was on Snatch Game, actually, I think, I don't know. I've thought about this a lot. Maybe someone like John Waters, where it's like they're a bit, John Waters himself is a very eccentric character, but I feel like you can kind of take it wherever you want. Sort of in the Marlena Dietrich of like Sasha Velour kind of esque way, where you can mold him into a character of whatever. But that's a very bold thing for me to say and go, I'd be great at that because who knows? You know what I mean?
I mean, as someone who tried to mold someone who was into a character, doesn't always work.
Exactly.
So.
And this is coming from someone that has not done
Yeah.
RuPaul's Drag Race. So
Yeah.
what the fuck do I know?
Yeah, but I like it though, because if anyone asked me who I'd do for Snatch Game again, I'd say myself with a gun to the head.
Oh,
Please,
that's a bit sad.
please, no more.
I don't think this is the platform for it.
So it's really exciting because this is our first chance to have a one-on-one with Ru.
It is.
So Ru's in the workroom going through all the girls. They're saying who they're going to be. Yuri, who's going to be Courtney Love.
American grunge singer, songwriter, and actress, known for fronting the band Hole and relationship with Kurt Cobain.
Hannah Liza.
Legend, icon, and star, Liza with a Z. If you don't know who Liza is, there's nothing here for you.
And we get to have a taste of Liza. She's just spurting noises and like words out. And it's great.
I love it.
And I love what she said. She's like, my Liza is a continuation of the other Lizas that have been on the show before.
And I think that if you're going to do Snatch Game, if you're going to do someone that's really well known, that's exactly what you have to do.
Yeah.
You're not doing Liza.
No.
You're doing Snatch Game Liza.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
it's this weird...
no, well, it's great. It's
Sarah
like
Liza.
Liza in her later years because Liza literally these days she just
God.
makes noises. What's that beautiful video of her in the back of like her car on the way to whatever awards ceremony, and she's like singing and with a
so you asked me
cigarette
before.
and it's-
You asked me before what I'd do for Snatch Game.
Yes.
I would do Liza in only that video. What is she doing? She's
She's
doing
just
like
singing her song, having a cigarette.
it's
She's
almost
like,
it's giving me like Beetlejuice.
Oh, when skies were dark, came Noah's Ark. Amen, amen.
she's in the back just singing with a cigarette. And she doesn't give a fuck where that ash is going. She's just in this, like, in the back seat, just flapping it around. And
Obsessed.
it's iconic.
So I'm doing car Liza. I'm doing backseat Liza. I think that would slay.
And you can have a little car.
And Ru would like fake laugh. It'd be great. I'd be in the top.
Ru would be loving it.
So Minnie comes with Ellen, and Ru is loves. Minnie is laying it on thick.
It's like when a little kid
Mm-hmm.
says fuck for the first time.
And they're a
and
little
then
bit like
and then
nervous
everyone
about it.
laughs and they go, oh wait, probably shouldn't have laughed at that. And then they just keep going, fuck.
Yeah,
And I feel like Minnie got her
Totally.
first like big chunk of laughs,
totally.
and then it continued right through to Snatch Game and right through to the end of the episode. She kept doing all
Yeah.
of this.
I think Minnie's got a formula.
Yes.
And I think it's like stick it to the end. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think that Ru really loves that in the workroom. And Ru's like, this is fantastic.
I feel Ru also likes repetition.
But I loved the Snatch Game in the workroom, Minnie. I thought that was
Yeah.
fantastic.
I was upset she didn't do Bellin. You know, she was like,
oh, Bellin. Let's
like-
talk about Bellin.
like, why wasn't she Bellin? Like,
Bellin
because it
was
was.
fierce.
I cacked myself when she
That
said
was a
Bellin.
great joke.
I thought it was so funny.
But Rue is a very weird person. Am I allowed to say that?
Oh yes.
Like, come on now. Rue's brain has been fried from seeing 600 drag queens
Oh,
through
I
Snatch
think
Game.
there's more
She's
than
like,
that.
I love this. And it's
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
What? What?
Minnie also brings up that Beverly didn't like working with Pamara,
Yeah.
which was an interesting thing because I don't think there was anything that really provoked.
Prompted it,
No,
perhaps?
I mean, I'm glad
Beverly
it happened.
was mad.
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, I wish Beverly was like, "Oi!"
Yeah, I would have loved
Got
that.
into the same frame as Rupaul and said, "Now listen here."
She was boiling.
Oh.
I would have been too. If I was Beverly in that moment, mama. But also, if I was Minnie in that moment, maybe I would have said the same thing too. Because
Yeah.
she
It's
didn't
also
lie. She
it's
didn't lie.
it's playing the game.
It's playing the game.
It's playing the game and it's playing it very well because Beverly was like askew
yeah,
from
yeah,
that
totally.
moment onwards.
Totally. And it's like, it's a reality TV show and
And also,
meh,
you can't complain because at the end of the day,
a bit of airtime.
well, that too, but
Airtime.
Pamara was going to find out anyway.
Exactly. When she
Like,
saw the end. She already
it was-
found out before this moment. She's like
it was
at home, like,
broadcast to the world.
okay.
And if I was Pamara, they're still talking about you, babe.
Exactly. They're still
We're
talking
halfway
about
into
you.
the episode and Pamara's still here. So
Turn those
t-shirt.
minutes and turn them into money, mama.
Make a t-shirt out of it. Beverly doesn't
Please.
like me. I'd buy that.
I'd buy that. I might be wearing it after this episode.
Molly Poppins is Orville Peck.
I
Yeah,
have thoughts.
I.
Is my hairline out? And we're back in the room.
We're back in the room. Molly Poppins, Orville Peck.
American gay country musician, known for always wearing a fringe mask, and yet is still a hottie.
My initial thought as a massive Orville Peck fan myself,
Mm-hmm.
Orville is famous for many things. Orville is not famous for being funny. In my humble opinion, I think that Orville's famous for being hot, sexy,
No
and
face.
good at singing. And not having a face.
Yes, which is very hard when you want to emote and you want to connect
Yeah.
with an audience and with the judges.
It's really hard. It's like kind of giving yourself a bit of like, you're starting 10 paces back from everyone else, I think, especially when you're a drag performer. So much of what happens is happening here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So going around the room,
Mm-hmm.
we've got Kong being Nene Leakes.
Socialite, actress, and designer, known for her big personality, signature blonde hair, and status as a real housewife of Atlanta.
I don't know anything about Nene Leakes. I know that that's the most unconstructive thing I can say, but
Kong's kind of been hinting at Dwayne The Rock Johnson the entire season as like that's what she gets compared to.
yeah.
I would have loved to see her as Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I think that would have been really fun, right? You've got the like black turtleneck,
Yeah.
the crazy gold
Yeah.
chain, the
Yeah.
fanny pack. I don't know.
It could have been really funny.
I think there's some comedy there, and
And there's a lot of movies, and a lot of lines, a lot of one-liners, and all of that. But we go Nene Leakes.
And Nene Leakes, I think, has been done on Drag Race before. Am I wrong?
Nene Leakes is here. I'm Rue.
Beverly Kills as someone from Glow Up.
Yes. I personally don't know the person that she's doing.
British makeup artist and host of Netflix series Glow Up, known for using a magnifying glass to inspect makeup, and for her catchphrase, ding dong.
My point of reference is kind of skewed. I think in the workroom, it was kind of just a bit of a,
Well, the poor thing, she didn't even do like the accent with Rue. So then already there's Rue's like,
yeah. I was like kind of just, okay, good luck
yeah.
sort of energy.
Snatch game. It started.
We're there.
We're there. Now, I also want to comment.
Please
They have a
do.
double ply tinsel curtain this time.
Bruce said, none of that shit again. If I'm going to fly over here
Oh.
in first class,
Oh, what?
you better go down. You march down to Kmart
You get 3 packet.
of pink pencil and you get the intern.
That little
stick
PA
that
is
shit
going to
up.
stand on a little box and staple that shit up.
Oh, make it fucking work. And you know what? It did. It looked great. It looked
really
so good.
Like, I'm literally complimenting it. It's wonderful.
great.
We have, first of all, Minnie Cooper as Ellen, Kong as Nene, Yuri as
Courtney Love.
Beverly as
The lady from Glow Up, whose name
Vanessa.
is
Val Garland. Oh, I love her.
My favourite.
I love Val Garland.
I love it.
Liza Minnelli, Anaconda. And then we have Awful Pen, who's decided we need...
Decided, you know what? It was Orville popped down to the $1 shop
Yes.
and went, I'll get a few of those hula skirts and I'm going to make a top out of it.
But not only that, said, I'm going to part the curtains.
Not even a lip.
You're going to put like some stubble on.
A bit of gloss.
Oh, just
a bit
something.
of Fenty bomb.
Like if you're going to
gloss.
part the curtains, at least put something there.
Yeah, you know when you part a curtain and there's nothing there?
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's like you're in
You're
a
in
bad...
an art gallery. You know where they've got the fake walls?
Yeah, I was gonna
you
say
part
you're-
it and you go, what's behind
Oh,
here?
you're in a bad
Concrete.
Airbnb in New York City. Open the curtains, brick wall.
Don't you hate that?
Well, I hate it.
All those times I've been to New York City and done that.
And you see the pictures.
Ah.
I know you see the
And
pictures.
I go, you know what this reminds me of? Molly Poppins on Snatch Game. Ah!
I'm being relatable here. Thank you.
Yeah, you threw me a line and I bit it.
And then last on the list, we have Spanky as Barry Humphries, a.k.a. Dame Edna.
Correct.
Barry Humphries is known for a slew of transphobic comments, a lot of misogyny,
Yeah.
and has done a lot of damage to the queer community
Yeah.
over the last few years.
Totally.
I will also acknowledge Barry Humphries as Dame Edna has done a lot for the queer community.
Totally.
Because for so many years, they were the only drag queen that the wider population knew.
Yeah, and like, you know, your uncle that lives in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, that's the only taste of queerness they ever saw in their lives. So you can't sweep that under the carpet, but
No.
you can talk about the irreparable damage to the queer trans community specifically.
Yes. So moving forward, I'm just going to talk about the impersonation of Dame Edna. Looking at the panel, I'm upset because there's
not a lot of Australian stuff, right?
Or New Zealanders. There's
Well, there's Barry Humphries.
that's it.
That's it. And like of all the choices,
It's really hard to do people that you're worried that Rue and Michelle
won't get.
No.
Totally. We have such an iconic drag voice in Australia, and yet we don't really see much of that when it comes to things like Snatch Game.
This is our chance to show the world some of our crazy, iconic pop culture moments.
Like hot dogs from Big Brother.
Anyway, Snatch Game begins, it happens.
So look, let's start with what I really liked about
Hannah.
Snatch Game. I loved Hannah.
Hannah was incredible. So funny, whether she just sputtering noises and sounds
Yeah.
out, or whether she was the only one that was throwing to other girls and doing other comments.
She was like looking for it, right? She was like looking for the moments. And I feel like when her first opportunity, which was she opened and she was funny straight away.
Yeah.
And then she carried through the whole
Oh,
time.
her doing shish that wog.
So good. It was Liza, but like it was clearly Hannah's Liza.
Yes.
It wasn't a Liza that we've seen before.
Yes.
And it wasn't, Liza.
Yes.
It wasn't Carl Liza.
No.
It was Hannah Liza. And I loved that.
Minnie's Ellen.
Okay, so I wanted Minnie's Ellen to be so good. Yeah. It was
I tried to watch without listening to the sound effects. I thought she had a couple of jokes in there.
totally. And the thing I love about someone like Minnie, like I'm a young drag queen, and I think a lot of us young drag queens are kind of a victim of is, oh, no, I can't not look pretty. Oh, no, I can't not look really cunty right now. I've got to look really cunty fierce. Minnie was like, I'm going to give Ellen, I'm going to give crossdresser.
I'm Bellin.
And I'm making it funny. And I really like that about
Yeah.
someone like that. That to me is someone who's been in the industry for a really long time.
She wasn't scared.
No.
She just went gung-ho.
She went for it. If they go 100% and they fail,
Yeah.
at least they can walk away from it and go, you know what?
Yeah.
I gave it everything I got. It was great. I loved it.
Then we've got Kong as Nini Leaks. I think Kong got one throwback. That was it, which is very interesting because when you actually film it, everyone answers every question and then they just pick and choose what goes in.
Yeah.
So she was very absent. So I guess, later in the episode she's safe. So maybe it was there. It was fine.
Yeah, maybe there was bits that we didn't see that killed. But I think of what we did see for me personally was it was so Americanized that me as an Australian viewer, I was like, I'm a little bit
I
lost.
disconnected.
Yeah. And, that's fine. But there could be Americans sitting at home watching this and going, killed.
If you are from America and you love Nini Leaks / The Housewives, please comment down below and let us know your opinions of Kong's Nini leaks. That would be quite wonderful. And we can't wait to see you in the comments.
Hi comments.
And then we've got Yuri as Courtney Love.
Yes, we do.
Worst accent ever. But
The accent was
not there.
Not there.
But
the accent was in Australia and Yuri was in New Zealand filming. I think Yuri is one of those queens that goes, it's probably not my strong suit,
No.
Snatch game. And you know what? I'm going to do what I know.
Yeah.
And if I'm safe, I'm safe.
Yeah.
And I think that she played it smart. Yeah.
The only Courtney I know is Courtney Act. And she didn't look anything like Courtney Act. So
No.
I got a bit confused, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Courtney would never take a heel off.
No.
No.
Moving along, then we have...
Okay, so
yeah. So...
look,
awful.
it was awful,
It was
Peck.
awful Peck.
Well,
Just,
I just,
oh.
I could see. No, I couldn't
No.
see. I couldn't.
Well, she couldn't see either. She had a mask on.
She couldn't see a thing.
It's great to choose someone that people don't really know well because then you can just mold it into what you want.
Yeah, no.
And that was her intention.
And the thing is Molly's funny. Molly has proven over these past 4 episodes.
Well, last week she was funny.
she was hilarious. And I feel like in those like off the cuff moments, she's funny.
And then last on the list, Dame Edna. Spanky is so funny.
Yeah.
And the reason Spanky is funny is because she's Spanky.
You totally.
And it was so hard to watch Spanky be someone else because it wasn't funny.
And Spanky for me has been my favorite from literally
Yeah.
minute 1.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed watching Spanky so much. And then I think, you know, she went into Snatch Game to play a drag queen, which is, I don't think you're giving yourself a lot. It was like she'd put a cage on Spanky, and I want like, you know, a bigger version of Spanky. And I don't think she did terribly.
Yeah.
I still think that there were some jokes that were like, yeah, sure, that was funny. But was it the Spanky that I wanted to see?
No. And we've got Beverly as Val Garland.
Yes, we do.
She's blacked out a tooth.
Yes, she has.
She's got a magnifying glass.
Yes, she has. That's it. That's what she gave.
But she had the accent this time, though. I'm very proud of her for
She
that.
had the accent, I'm going to say, for 45% of the character. I haven't seen a side of Beverly that has stepped outside of herself.
Mhm.
And I don't think we saw that in Snatch Game still. I think she was a bit nervous,
She was
perhaps?
deer in the headlights.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like, I think Beverly fell into that, I can't be ugly in this moment. I still have to serve a little bit of cunt. So therefore, I'm not going to like lean into the full like clowniness that it could have been.
I could see myself in that because it is the scariest thing.
Oh,
You get
shit, yeah.
One of the most deranged questions you ever heard in your life, which even if I was answering normally, I wouldn't be able to think of something quick enough.
Totally.
And you have to think of something, write it down quickly. Minnie had the hardest job.
She's first, right?
She was first.
Yeah.
And she's first every single time.
Yeah.
Same with Karen. Karen was first every single
Yeah,
time.
that's
I was second.
fucking
So I was
hard.
like, I've only got one answer to like, oh.
Speaking of,
Mm.
Suzical down the end had all that time.
Had all that time to think of a
all
rhyme.
that time. Couldn't think of a rhyme if there was a bullet to her head. If Rupaul Charles was standing there and said, Ketamine, give me one word that rhymes with drag. And she was like, and Ru was like, and the edit went fabulously.
Darling, I'm thirsty because we're gonna do the runway. Runway,
Dong.
runway.
Is this where we sing the song? Dong.
Rupaul! Rupee's here. Actually,
Ma.
it is so whimsical.
She's giving Hood absolute winked.
It is.
She's done every drag
But have you
look.
seen her as an evil wizard lady?
Yeah, no.
Nah.
She goes, I'm going to wear a purple cape.
Yep.
And you know what?
You can't stop me.
You can't stop me
And
because you're
she-
paying me $1 million a season.
Yeah.
That
Oh.
little cape spin she gives at the
Oh.
end. She's like, oh,
Don't make me seem like I'm going to
You
do the
think
cape.
you've seen drama in the Snatch Game?
Nah. So
I'm going to give you a cape spin.
So, runway theme. Cirque du Soleil.
So good.
It's like we knew.
It's such a good theme. I'm
Oh.
obsessed. If I read that list
Mhm.
and Circus de motherfucking Gay was on there,
You said no. Oh, I'm staying until that week.
No.
Don't you? You best believe.
Yeah, you cannot throw me the fuck out. I will do all the Ellen impressions in the book
Babe.
to keep me there for the circus. Oh, mama.
Speaking of, first up down the runway, Minnie Cooper.
Minnie Cooper. Oh, she said, I'm giving clown.
Yes. I'm a clown.
She said,
And are you down to clown?
ha ha. Did she know?
It was camp. It was funny. The outfit was great.
So good. Can I remind the world that this is a 50-year-old woman wearing Heelys on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race and going, eat it.
Yeah.
Eat it up.
My favorite thing is you could tell she was so excited to put those on.
Bitch.
She was just like,
Oh.
yeah.
There was steam coming out the back of those Heelys. Oh.
I can just picture her in her quarantine hotel. You get to go outside and do walks around the car park. She'd be like, oh, I better practice in my wheelies. I
Girl,
can just picture her being
production's like, is that fire code up to standard? Because this bitch
She-
has bought some
Oh,
Heelys.
it was
For me, if you're going to be a clown and you're like, what the fuck am I going to do? At least have a shit ton of fun with it.
Yeah.
And Minnie,
She got into character, and that's what I read.
I loved it. Was the look giving like a fashion moment?
No,
Absolutely not.
but
was it giving fun and was it giving like classic like drag? I don't give a shit what I look
it
like.
was entertaining.
It was entertainment,
And
and that's what I came for.
yes, I don't think she needed balloons on the back, whatever. But like,
We could have cut the balloons off
yeah.
and like let them hang at the top of the the ceiling.
I'm gonna give it.
I'm gonna give
it a
it.
soft tit. Soft tit.
I'm giving it full tit, mama. I'm giving it like exposure tit because like have fun. You know, you're on Drag Race once.
Yep.
And if you're not a fashion girly, like I don't want to say, I don't want to be brave and say
Yes.
that Minnie's not a fashion girly.
Yeah.
But she's not giving, the Violet Chachkis.
No.
Why not have a shit ton of fun?
Yeah.
Tits.
Now, next up down the runway, we
Tell me.
have Queen Kong as a bearded queen from the circus.
So what I really liked about it is I liked how grandiose it was. I loved the feathers.
She took it in a different direction because when she walked out, I was like, oh, wait, they all don't have to be clowns.
No,
So I
totally.
loved the concept.
I thought that maybe if I was to do it as, I don't know, whoever the fuck I am, I would have maybe gotten like a lace beard.
Yeah,
And, like,
it didn't look like a lace beard. It just looked like a weft of hair with
It
some
looks like a weft.
gems a lot along it.
Yeah, which I just think
If you're going to do a bearded queen, the most exciting thing about you needs to be that you have a beard.
you need to make this bearded queen really super glamorous and like
Well, that's the
have
juxtaposition, right?
right?
Yeah.
So like, let's not give any chance for the audience to look at it and go, that's maybe a little bit in places janky.
yes.
Like I would have liked to see this really glamorous, beautiful woman with facial hair walking down this runway going, I'm fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Eat it the fuck up.
Her outfit is an off the rack from Bangkok, House of Priscilla.
Okay.
There's a million of those headpieces and ruffle
Yeah,
coats.
yeah, yeah.
I've got one of those ruffle coats in every single color.
Yeah.
Also, it didn't need the ruffle coat because it blended in with her beard.
Yeah.
and then you didn't see the beard.
There's no
You
contrast
couldn't
there.
see the beard. And then
Totally.
she kind of took the jacket off, but the headpiece is falling off. The headpiece was white, but the jacket was black.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also confused. Why was she like naked?
Oh my God. That's the other
Because she
thing.
had like a tuft of
Oh my
like
gosh,
a
I
merkin.
forgot. If you're going to do, for me, if I'm going to want to see a vagina on the runway,
Yeah.
I want to see like a beautiful
Yeah.
stoned crystal vagina.
Yeah.
Not like a weft of hair, like using vaginas in this like, oh, there's
Yeah.
a bit of shock value. Like for me.
That's true because it was the reveal was
To
the
a vagina.
Yeah.
And it's for me, it's just like, that's fine, do
Yeah.
it. And I think that like, no, that's great. But if we're going to do it, I would love it to be a more of a glamour moment rather than just
a
like,
celebratory moment.
yeah, rather
perhaps.
than just like, there's a vagina.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it the shits.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a light shit. Like I feel like there was the
Just-
light shits
you
when
just-
you're,
ooh. A
if
slightly
I could
wet
be
fart.
near
A
a toilet,
wet fart.
that'd be good. Yeah. You're in the car and you're like, oh, gotta get home.
And then down the runway, we have Spanky Jackson. And I want to preface, Spanky, we're getting there.
We are getting
there. We're
so
getting
much
there.
closer.
Oh, I don't hate it as much as I normally hate your outfit. So
No.
Spanky, I'm so proud of you.
So good.
Spanky, oh, you're doing really well.
And she wore a capri.
Yeah.
She wore this beautiful little capri, and it was in a horrendous fabric.
Oh, yeah. With like 2 little layers of tuft on the side.
I thought it was pretty puss.
Yeah.
And what I would have liked is a bit more of a...
Or the ruffles on the side so big and in the spot where your hips would be, so it gave the illusion.
Yeah.
But concept-wise...
I liked it.
It was nice. And her makeup was beautiful.
I loved the makeup.
Yes.
My one thing that I would have loved to see different with the makeup was I do think that like when you do like a clown, we've got a clown face in front of us. I used to do a lot of clown faces, and I feel like when you take it all the way to the edge and do it like all the way down the jawline, it can be a little bit masculine.
Yeah.
If we're going to put, me. But like if we give it this kind of like, I don't know. I think she could have gone a little bit softer is my one thing with the makeup.
Yeah, but I mean, it's way better than the fly makeup she did the other week. So
Go. When we don't have a grey stripe to the lip.
And we don't have red things stuck to her face. So
it's great. I think.
And the hat was fun.
And I think it was made for her.
Yes.
And I think that is, for me.
It's still a shit.
I was going to go light tit, maybe. No, because you know what? I can't say that Kong's was a light shit and then give her a tit. It was a shit.
Yeah, but we're doing well.
But we're getting closer to a tit.
We're getting there.
We're moving our way up to the tit.
This is the best way to be. Just move on up.
All the way up.
You are inching your way to a tit, baby. And I can't wait to give you my tits.
You're so close. As an owner, you're so close.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, there's a bit of spit. Did you see
That's
it?
all right. It's actually the rain from above.
Yeah.
And next up down the runway, we have Yuri Guy.
Okay, Yuri.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Okay.
If this look was out of this runway.
Out of context.
If I saw that in the club.
Tit.
I'd be like, tit.
Yes. But for the theme of Cirque du Soleil.
Not giving titty.
No. What I found strange.
Tell me.
Was Yuri has tattoos.
Yeah.
But put a tattoo suit over to be a tattooed person.
I actually like that.
It's like tats on tats.
No, but I think that if she had have given me her tats and when I'm a tattooed woman, I'd be like, so you're wearing a corset.
I don't know whether that was like an AliExpress tattooed bodysuit or one that she'd like hand
custom,
painted.
yeah.
Because if she hand painted it,
that's
points on the
so
board. Points on the
pussy.
board. That being said, I don't know who that person is at the circus.
I just think my biggest gripe with it is like you get given a circus theme and my mind kind of runs wild with all these crazy ideas because I'm so smart.
Come as the big top.
But come as the big top.
Like
come as the elephant.
Literally.
On top of a balloon.
Oh my goodness.
Where is Brittany? All eyes on me in the center of the ring, just like a circus.
Whoosh.
Ivy Winters. Where's that?
That was circus. That was circus.
That was circus.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucking gay.
Yeah.
She said, I'm 400 seasons early.
So for Yuri.
It's a shit for me. I'm sorry, Yuri. Love you, girl, but shitty shit.
Out of context of the runway.
Just say it, girl. Be brave.
This week.
Shitty. So it's just like, it's fine. We all serve shit some days. I serve shit 6 days out of the week, mama.
It's a shit. Sorry.
It's fine. And like, it was falling apart.
Next down the runway, Beverly Kills. Now, she seems to be going for a lion tamer, I believe.
Yeah. It's for me, it's giving a lion went to the mint and said, can you make me a coin with my face on it?
I don't know why lion tamer would dress like a lion.
Maybe she was like the lion.
Oh, as if the lion tamer was eaten by the lion. The lion took the whip and said, bitch, I'm in charge now.
Yeah. It was so nice to see Beverly's beautiful face.
Yes.
Without a
prosthetic or an eye patch or
moment or like this. Now, the fabric draped at the back that we got from like the clearance bin.
Was that fur? Where'd the fur come from?
There was fur. There was a fog finish. There was hips that were dipping hips. Those hips lied.
Descended hips, which is a horror story for all drag queens.
It happens. It happens. And there's nothing you can do. I would have loved maybe one of the other girls behind the stage to just go, hey, Bev, let's just lift that hip up.
Yeah. But I mean, Karma, apparently they all saw Minnie and her dress dropping last week.
Yeah, these
so-
girls are out for blood.
Yeah, they're like, nah, we are not helping any of you.
It's-
It was a big mismatch of ideas and too much.
I think what it was giving, it was like if I had a gig on a Wednesday and they went, it's circus themed and it's the Monday morning and I'm at the fabric shop, that's maybe what I would have pulled out of the bag.
So it's the shits.
It's a shit for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shit. Sorry.
Now, next up down the runway, Molly Poppins.
Popina.
Yes. Fairy floss, candy cotton. I don't like some of that. I'm from Australia. I like the fairy floss.
I like the candy cotton.
Yeah, no, I like the fairy floss. I thought it was really fun. The colours are great. The wig was a bit small for me. The beautiful shape
Yeah.
and everything, but a bit too tight.
The makeup for me was beautiful.
I love the
I
makeup.
thought the makeup was gorgeous.
The little, like, dare I say, thing she had over her body like this was quite good as well.
Yeah, the little caged queen,
Yeah,
if you
I
will.
like that. As a whole,
I thought it was good. I thought that she got a really soft launch from all the other queens for her to
Yeah.
walk on and then you go, oh,
yeah.
we've got some drag.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think overall, lovely. You know,
Yeah.
she read, circus to gay, and she gave circus to gay.
Yep. She followed the assignment. And right down, I was looking at her on the main stage, her nails were all matching her outfit. She had
Beautiful.
beautiful pastels and stripes and things.
You know when you buy, what is it called? Fairy floss.
Yeah.
And it disintegrates within 4
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah. Have you seen the raccoons who like get it and they drops it into water, it disappears, and they're like,
Oh,
whoa!
my God.
It's really sad.
That was you with your drag race run.
Yes. So I'm going to give it, it's the tits. I like it.
It's a tit for me. It's
Yeah.
a huge old titty.
Yeah, beautiful. We've got Hannah
Who forgot?
Conda. I loved it.
I loved this. I thought it was gorgeous.
This is an outfit that Hannah wore when all of Australia first fell in love with her. She wore this to the Diva Awards many years ago.
Oh,
The first hair she did was this amazing, sculpted, gravity-defying red hair that went into eternity
Mhm.
with that little hat in it. It was beautiful. So it wasn't as styled as well as the first time.
it was more magenta Rocky Horror this time. It was really, really glamorous and really, really pretty. And it's
And
still,
the beautiful umbrella, the parasol that was all
Yeah.
burnt up and everything.
and you could look at that as someone who's never seen an episode of Drag Race and go,
Yes.
circus to gay.
Yes.
I liked it.
Yeah, there's a few little styling tweaks just to me personally, but overall, it's the tits.
Love, titty, tit, tit.
All right, so Deliberations goes down the line. The people who are safe this week are just Kong.
Just Kong,
Bearded Queen.
all alone.
She goes,
She's all alone.
I
in
say, bye,
Untitled-
bitch.
She's talking to herself.
Yeah, so Kong just gets
She
to go and
goes,
have a nap.
God, you a good girl.
But then we've got the tops and bottoms.
Tops and bottoms.
Critiques. Beverly shows a bit of heart again.
Yeah.
Because she's getting a critique and she gets to talk through her feelings. And Rue says, that never goes away.
I feel that like all the time.
Yeah.
I'm in rooms with 100 dudes and I'm like, fuck, do I deserve to be here? Yes, Beverly, you do. Yes, you do. Yes.
Is that are you
That's
now,
I call my inner me is Beverly. I go, Beverly,
Oh,
you've got
Beverly.
this girl.
babe, you're going to be
Babe.
beautiful, Beverly.
Oh, you
Oh,
Bev bitch.
You got this,
The
Bev.
B in AFAB stands for
Mm, Bev.
Beverly.
So the girls make it backstage
They do.
after Deliberations. They meet Kong there, and they're all feeling a bit rough. Molly's not feeling good. It's kind
This
of
is the first bump in the road for Molly. I
yeah,
think.
yeah. So it's her first experience with that negative critiques. So she's having a moment. Bev's obviously quite upset,
Yeah.
but then Minnie is upset because she upset Bev.
She says how she feels and she makes it known straight away. And when
Yes.
she goes, I'm apologizing to you, she's fully sincere in that moment. We've watched a lot of Drag Race and we've grown up with this kind of like, I've got to be a saboteur.
Yes.
Saboteur, me. Whereas I don't think Minnie says how she feels and that's full stop on that.
So we're back to the main stage, finding out our tops and bottoms.
Mhm.
The winner,
Obviously.
are we surprised?
No.
It is Hannah Conda. Well done, girl.
Well done.
Finally,
Nuts
you
for
got to
Hannah.
win, baby.
So happy for her.
Edging week in and week out. Almost, you got it. How interesting that the two people at the start of the episode, before the challenge had even happened, the two people that were beefing are suddenly in the bottom. I'm glad it ended up that way because
I loved it. It's
This-
drama out the wazoo.
this lip sync
Da,
was...
da, 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 what the fuck? Da, 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 da,
This lip sync-
circus.
First of all, So excited, a Lady Gaga song. Dance in the Dark
Gaga,
is
hello.
my absolute favorite Lady Gaga song in the entire world.
Love.
This was chaos. It was so entertaining, but it was, oh my God.
It was like very much, you know what? I'm going to throw everything I got. I'm going to throw everything I've learned over my 400 years in drag and I'm going to see what sticks.
So
And
we got
RuPaul said, none of it.
we've got two opposing factors, all right, and two different styles going into it.
We do.
Beverly is standing strong. She's in a gown. I thought maybe she was going to tear it off and have like a bodysuit, but she didn't.
She didn't, which I really liked.
Yeah,
I
it was
really
lovely.
liked that.
So she was being strong because the song's really powerful.
Yeah.
And then Minnie goes, well, I'm dressed like a clown. Sorry,
She's
copyright.
not just dressed as a clown, Simone. Simone, she's not just dressed as a clown. She's dressed as a clown in a red nose, 400 puffy skirts on her, and then a little something down the bottom there on wheels.
I honestly thought
She's a meal on wheels.
I honestly thought she was going to put heels on for it.
Do you get the
Yes.
chance to change?
Well, if you think you're going to be in the bottom, they'll let you do whatever you need to
Okay,
do. So if you're going to change your footwear, you just come back to the runway with that footwear on. For example, Beverly came back without the medallion on her head.
A 50-year-old woman in a Heeley lip syncing for her motherfucking life.
It was so good. It was
That's television, Australia.
And she was just.
She gave, and that's, as I said, I think I said this earlier.
Oh,
The thing
it was so good. It was so
Wait,
good.
what?
Just the whole thing was so
It was
good.
fantastic.
So I'm just remembering. I'm sorry. She was and Beverly being like, Beverly did well.
Yeah, Beverly did.
Black tears.
Oh, look, when a drag queen gets on stage, especially a young drag queen, and either rips off a wig, rips off a shoe, rips off a lash, any of that, and
Smears
does
makeup.
the smear, for me, that's tired.
If it happens naturally,
I do like the fact that Beverly was reserved in the tricks and the stunts because I think that served her.
yes.
Because if she had,
If she did it at the
imagine if it
roundhouse.
was Minnie
Oh my
giving,
God.
she's pulling balloons out of her vagina and Beverly's in the back doing fucking spins. Girl, they would have had to put a sensory warning.
Minnie, it's time to sashay away.
Oh, bye, Minwa.
Minnie has had a
Love
tremendous
you.
run.
I'm really gonna miss Minnie Cooper. I really am.
She was chaotic, so memorable. But the one thing that I remember her from this season, she just looked like she was living her dream and she was so happy to be there.
Yes. I don't think it can be overstated. Like how much of a legend Minnie Cooper is in the scene. Love you, girl. Ha ha is all I have to say.
Ha. We love you.
We love you, Minnie Cooper.
Well, can't wait to
But
see.
bye. See ya.
Yeah, you are going now.
Get out.
But loved it. So we'll see what happens next week.
I can't wait.
I cannot wait. We'll see if Beverly can climb her way back up to the top. Hopefully, she's almost a lip sync assassin now.
Yeah, she's what? That's 2 under her belt now.
Yeah.
What requires you to be an assassin? 3? I think 3 is
I
the
reckon
benchmark.
3.
3.
And then you're the session. Well, Space Horse. Spacey. Darling,
That's
thank you so
me.
much for coming to Kick Ons.
Oh, thanks, Aunt Simone. It's been so nice to be here.
Beautiful. Now you do have to leave.
Bye.
Well, my darlings, thank you so much for joining us here at Kick Ons. My name's Aunt Simone. That's Space Horse, and you've been fucking fabulous. We'll see you next week. Bye.